the, the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
to
specifically
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left.
The next election in 2024, you're going to see a lot of conservative and Republican voters attempting to suppress Democratic votes. And I want to explain that, because that's a really extreme thing to say. So I want to explain that. In 2020, what we saw was armed citizens at the polls trying to, quote unquote, stop the steal by intimidating other citizens with AR-15s. And what we saw was that Democrats fired back. They also went to polls with their own AR-15s, and things got out of control very quickly. In 2024, we're now living in a reality, we will be living in a reality where Trump has lost 2020, and they had to eat 4 years of a Democratic president, and I don't think that they're going to allow that to happen again. Next time around, I assume you will see armed people at the polls, Proud Boys at the polls, stand back and stand by, like Donald Trump said. And Joy-Ann Reid made a really good point. She said that we may be at the end of politics. And I think she has a really good point there, because like she said in her video, you guys should all go watch it, it's on her YouTube, Republicans can't win the popular vote. The last 5 or 6 elections, they have never won the popular vote. They've always lost the popular vote, which means that they're outnumbered in the voting sphere. In the voting space, out of the people who vote, they are the minority. So all things considered, they would lose every single time. The values that a conservative stands for don't fall in line with the rest of the country. The rest of the country is continuing to move forward. The rest of the country does not hate gay people. We don't like our kids being killed in school with AR-15s just because we have a hobby. So what the conservatives stand for is something that the rest of us will never agree with. As the country becomes more diverse, what we're seeing is that the Republican voting power is decreasing. So they have turned to tactics like gerrymandering, like intimidation, and just flat out lies on some occasions to get the vote. Another reason for this is because the Republicans don't actually stand for anything. They don't have real policies. It all goes back to keeping things the same, right? We don't want gay people. We don't want our guns taken away. We don't want immigrants in the country. We don't want pronouns. That's fantastic. But the problem is, most of us are living under a extremely cruel, oppressive, thumb on your neck capitalism state. We hate the way things are. So it doesn't make any sense for someone who is not rich to like the way things are enough to vote for Ron DeSantis or vote for Trump. Those guys are interested in making things better for themselves, for the rich folk, the millionaires, but they want things to stay the same, because in order for them to be as rich as they are, things need to stay the same for you.